conference matchup in this one as the Spurs come into town. Welcome to Milwaukee. Home court advantage for the Bucks. We're at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the three. Here's Parker, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And Parker drops them both.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Parker with the steal.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
Monroe dishes to Antetokounmpo. The tray. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And a sloppy stretch for him. Now 2 turnovers in 3 minutes. He's got to focus in and value the ball.
And it's Duncan penetrating. Tries again. In deep. Aldridge drops it in.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And so it's Milwaukee now. 4-point game. Here's Middleton. Excellent D there from Parker. Now talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Kicks to Leonard. Pass to Aldridge. Aldridge double-teamed. Leonard attacking. Rebounded by the Bucks.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now the pass to Aldridge. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Middleton the pass to Monroe. Leonard with the steal. 3 on 3. Here's Green. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And Middleton kicks to Monroe. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down. A perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season. And as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17. Also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
To the middle, Leonard. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17, also 7-7 at home, 10-10 on the road, 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Bucks trail by 10.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Milwaukee has possession. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
David West, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. San Antonio leading by 9. Now Mills. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Diaw with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Ginobili leading the charge.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Got that one up quick. Bayless has got his first 2 points.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
And here's Vasquez. Manu Ginobili getting his 3 to go. Shot by Mayo is no good. For San Antonio, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. It's West with the drive. And it's slammed in by Diaw.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
But they get it back. The kick out to Mayo. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Mayo's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Mills dishes to West. Mills passes to West. 3-pointer. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Bucks trail by 9. And there's the call on Ginobili. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
There's 39 seconds left here in the opening quarter. No one near Henson as he lets it go.
And guys, still early, but I'd like to see them crash the offensive glass.
Yeah, offensive rebound so valuable, Greg. You have to be careful not to give up fast break buckets the other way. But I think you always want to send somebody to the glass.
They get it back. Parker kicks to Vasquez. It's good from long range. Vasquez has got 6.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys, and he made it look easy that time.
And now, your Milwaukee Bucks dancer.
And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to.
I always try to improve it.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happening with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Bucks. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. John Henson out there with Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. There's the triple. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
And guys, remember LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
Carter Williams can't get it to go.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Bucks trail by 7. And Aldridge postponing.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Duncan kicks to Parker. The open shot, Green, and the officials call a traveling violation. Parker's checked in for John Henson. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Manu Ginobili. Carter Williams dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Carter Williams. The fader. And the Bucks miss again. San Antonio leading by 8. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. The shot by Duncan, nobody around. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Green, no luck.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Parker passes to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Green's got 5.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
There you go, fans. That was your Bucks banter. One more time. Let them hear it.
Milwaukee with the ball. Trailing by 10. Here's Carter Williams. Offensive rebound. Parker kicks to Middleton. Sinks the three-pointer. He has 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And he gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Leonard, and he jams it with authority.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And that one's good. Parker.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. A different look for Milwaukee. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Vasquez in for Chris Middleton. And San Antonio also making a switch. Mills is checked in.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Parker outside. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got 3 assists in the game. Well, LaMarcus Aldridge, Clark, his bread and butter, that great jump shot of his.
Yeah, that's something that every big man needs, that high release. Really tough to get to that shot.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Mayo, that's good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page. And I remember when Aldridge first went to college, I mean, he had that clumsy jump shot. but he injured his hip and had to sit out a season. And he spent all that time sitting on a stool and really perfecting his form. I mean, he said his shot went from garbage to amazing over the course of that season.
A different look for Milwaukee. Henson comes in for Jabari Parker, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Then for the Spurs, David West, he's checked in for Duncan. DL comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Ginobili in for Leonard. Spurs leading by 13.
And even though Aldridge is deadly from mid-range, he's also conscious of not settling. I mean, he'll use that threat to get inside, and he's even stepping out to shoot the three every once and again, but he's becoming an even more complete offensive threat.
Vasquez dishes to Mayo. Vasquez passes to Henson. Wide open. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Parker outside. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And stolen by Mayo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Bayless leading the charge. And John Henson with the slam.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
San Antonio again missing. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot. And I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
And a pretty
Thank you, Kep.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. San Antonio did not hesitate to set the pace. An exceptional game plan helped. So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now,
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the one spot.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Monroe with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Carter-Williams. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Parker. He's got 10.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. A shot by Carter Williams, nobody around.
He's been ice cold throughout the second half, really struggling to get a basket.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Parker with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo, nobody back. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
San Antonio leading by 3.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book. And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are, and that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Benson's checked in for Monroe. Vasquez comes in for Jabari Parker. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. The Spurs also changing it up. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. That's Mills in for Parker. Ginobili. Not enough on that one as it misses. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against San Antonio. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
And that's going to be a travel.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's Bayless. Now the feed to Vasquez. It's Mayo on the wing. They set the screen. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Spurs have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Manu Ginobili on the wing, shoots, and that's going to be a travel. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-6 run. Mayo into the lane. And there's Vasquez on the assist by Mayo. Vasquez has got 8.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
.143 left in the third quarter, and there's the call on Ginobili. That's foul number 2 for him. Knocked away. Ginobili with the steal. Baseline try, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Milwaukee in the lead. Here is Bayless. He has 6. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Diaw's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. Henson with it. West picks him up. And Henson kicks to Vasquez. Bayless dishes to Antetokounmpo. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
And Mills kicks to Diaw, and the officials call a traveling violation. So both teams making some changes here. Now here's Vasquez. He's got 8. Mayo the pass to Parker. 3 seconds left, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And a great shot. And the final period of play just about to start. And the Spurs with possession here. We've got Vasquez. Chris Middleton is out there at Parker. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Monroe in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Here's Ginobili. Takes it off the glass.
And that's his style right now. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
Middleton dishes to Monroe. Here's Carter Williams. And the 3 off target.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Back to Parker. A 3 from Leonard. The shot misses. Great D that time for Middleton. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. And there's the call on Ginobili. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The drive by Monroe. There's the dish to Middleton. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's foul number 2 for him. Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Monroe. Carter Williams with it. He's picked up by Parker. To tie it up. Aldridge, no luck. The Bucks shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Ball's knocked loose. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Stolen by Monroe. And the foul called on Daniel Green. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Carter Williams, the pass to Parker. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Parker.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Carter Williams dishes to Middleton. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Timeout. Bucks call timeout.
Start it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Here's Duncan, and the officials call a traveling violation.
I mean, you've got to have more awareness on the floor and not make those kinds of errors.
Yeah, brain fade, brain neutral error, and those will cost you.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe, and it's Middleton penetrating.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Spurs trail by 8. Parker with no one around. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Milwaukee ball.
Milwaukee's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Carter Williams, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots. You know, you hate to blame anybody, but those turnovers are a big reason why they're down.
Parker outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, covered by Duncan. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
It's a clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
The drive by Green. Parker's shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 9. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Spurs trail by 9. From the wing, Parker drives in. No good.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Bucks.
You're right, Steve. This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier. And now, Clark, they not only muscled their way back into the game, but, wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win it easily
I
here.
think this epitomizes the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance of never doubting your teammates, your coaches. This team stayed together. I really like what I've seen here tonight. They definitely earned this.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Parker. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And it's Middleton penetrating. That's good. Middleton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Parker passes to Green. From deep, whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
A foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Overall, just a rock-solid outing for him. It's hard to point to any one area of the game because he was so good on both ends of the floor. He was dialed in defensively, and that helped carry the intensity on offense.
He got on a nice roll and deserves a lot of credit for this win, Ernie, Kenny. He might not be the #1 fan favorite, but this crowd will show him some love tonight. Guys on his team already know what he can do, but it's great to see him have a game like this.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just